Good morning. Welcome to Blockchain Brunch, where the coffee is strong, the jobs are hot, and we are talking all things crypto jobs today. What do I mean by that? We're like switching things up on Blockchain Brunch. So every Wednesday throughout the week, I'm doing a ton of research on who's hiring, what they do, and why they're hiring. So we're going to spill some tea as to what's going on in the industry. I've collected 40 companies that are hiring right now. So if you are looking for a job, I got you covered. We have only a couple roles open at the Crypto Recruiters right now. Things have been a little slow. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. So the reason why we have few jobs is because there's so many applicants out there that companies don't necessarily need recruiting firms. Now, where I do think they need our help is through time management, right? Think of it like this. You're a hiring manager. You've got your job. You've got the job of the person on your team that's open. And then you've got recruiting, which can take 20 to 40 hours a week. So where we come in is we help these companies save a ton of time by only providing qualified resumes, by filtering through all the resumes that they're getting. And the thing is we already know these people, right? The Crypto Recruiters, we have the largest network in the United States, verifiable. So we already have a bunch of candidates in our back pocket that are looking for jobs, interested in your company, and ready to rock. So what's interesting is there's a lot of recruiting firms out there that'll just blast out resumes. They'll just send you, 20 to 30 resumes, see who sticks. And it's interesting. There's actually recruiting firms out there that are going and headhunting candidates, submitting the profile, not even talking to the candidate, not even knowing them, and then reaching out to the candidate once an interview is requested. I see you. So yeah, that's a little bit about what the Crypto Recruiters do. We help our clients scale their teams, but enough about that. We want to talk about open jobs. Guys, don't forget, if you've got a question, hello, welcome back. Good to see you here. If you've got a question, leave me a comment. Say good morning. I want to see who's here. Let me open up LinkedIn really quickly because sometimes it doesn't show me the comments that are on the stage, which is like my least favorite activity. So hold on. Sorry for the noise. All right. Yeah. So like we've already got one spam comment. Love that for us. But good morning, everybody. So why don't we hop right into it? Who's hiring and why they're hiring? So we're going to start with the big tech of crypto. These are exchanges and giants. These are the companies that are like safe entry points for most users, institutions. So Coinbase is hiring a Twitter content creator. They're the largest US crypto exchange and the builder of the Base, which is a layer 2 network. They're moving away from the corporate speak and hiring an ex-native. So members to win the culture war and simplify their policy regulatory messaging for the masses. Diego, good morning. Am I seeing these comments on StreamYard? Yes. Okay, beautiful. So it's working. Finally. Diego, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for chiming in. Binance is hiring an AI growth specialist. I'm going to sneeze. And now I'm not going to. Christopher, good morning. Hope you're doing well. I'm so excited to see people here. So Binance is the world's largest exchange by volume. They're using AI to hyper-personalize marketing and VIP earn initiatives to retain high net worth users in a competitive 2026 market. Kraken's hiring an AI ML engineer. They are a top-tier exchange focused on security and transparency. Diego, hey, we've got two Diegos. So Kraken is hiring a AI ML engineer to build AI wealth managers and predictive fraud systems as they prepare for potential future public listings. Patrick, good morning. Ripple is hiring a product manager for exchange liquidity. Good morning, God. They're an enterprise payment network for global banks. So is this how we're going to do Blockchain Brunch this morning? They are productizing their liquidity solution so banks can move money across borders instantly without holding massive cash reserves. Ian, good morning from the great white north. Where are you based right now? Circle is hiring a lead product manager for tokens. They're the issuer of USDC, the safe dollar-backed stablecoin. So they're designing the economic model for the ARC native network token and on-chain governance system. So far we've hit 5 different companies that are hiring. what they do, and why they're hiring. Good morning, Peter. How's it going in New York? It's about 30 degrees here in Chicago, sunny, which is nice, but still kind of chilly. Tether is hiring a technical project manager for AI and energy. They're the issuer of USDT, the world's most traded stablecoin, and they're diversifying their massive profits into sustainable energy and peer-to-peer AI infrastructure. Think Tether Data. Crypto.com is hiring an influencer marketing lead. They are a consumer-focused exchange with a massive sports partnerships. Jen, good evening from Cape Town. Good evening. They're hiring in 2026 because trust is expensive. They need to lead and manage creator-led growth because referrals from people convert better than ads from brands. OKX is hiring an APAC social media director. Just to kind of clarify, not to kind of clarify, but to clarify, the Crypto Recruiters is mainly focused in the United States. So we work on, our clients are based in the US, our jobs are based in the US. If something is remote, we're happy to reach out, but most of our clients are looking for local talent. Just wanted to throw that out there. So OKX is a leading exchange and builder of XLayer, their own blockchain. They are hiring to drive the narrative around their ZK-powered L2 and capture the builder economy in Singapore and Hong Kong. We're thawing out here in New York finally. Peter, I am so glad for you. So glad for you. Robinhood Crypto is hiring a manager of crypto operations. So they're doing retail trading app that has become a major crypto player. They actually just purchased one of our clients, which is cool. Western Canada, Michael, hello. Manesh, good evening from India. Mahesh, I apologize. Gemini is hiring a security GRC intern for the summer of 2026. So they're a regulated exchange founded by the Winklevoss twins. I think we all knew that. So they're hiring a GRC intern to help with vendor security and risk documentation. So this is perfect for students looking to enter the boring but stable side of crypto. If you are interested in any of these roles, these are not my clients. I'm just sharing alpha and tea that I found throughout the space. I think this is like a nice spin to blockchain brunch. Let me check here. Hold on one second. Good morning. Good morning. Ah, Peter, hello. Good morning. Patrick, sorry. This is where my day is. We're going to have a fun blockchain brunch today, guys. It is going to be a fun one. 19 people online. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Hi, Andrej. EU, love it. So let's move on to infrastructure layer 1 and layer 2's, the plumbing of crypto. So these companies are building the tech that makes crypto work. Solana Foundation, consumer ecosystem growth lead. So they're a nonprofit supporting the Solana network. Why are they hiring for this role? They want to shift Solana's focus towards consumer crypto, so shopping, social, gaming, to compete with Ethereum's institutional focus. Consensus, MetaMask, they are hiring a product operations manager. So we all know this orange logo. They are the builders of the world's most used wallet, MetaMask. Why are they hiring? To remove friction from the product development as MetaMask pivots to becoming a global consumer app rather than just a technical tool. Are there any available development jobs? Patrick, yes, we're going over 55 of them right now. Lower at the bottom of my list, I've got more tech focus. So just hang in there with me. I'm going to get to them. Reminder, guys, these aren't my clients. This is just me bringing value to you, letting you know who's hiring, why they're hiring, and some updates in the space. Alchemy, they're hiring an account executive that's Solana focused. They're the AWS of crypto that provides APIs for developers. So we're seeing a massive surge in Solana development, and they need sales pros to help those startups scale. Monad Foundation, they're hiring ecosystem activations in New York. I believe that's on site. So they're the new ultra-fast blockchain, the Ethereum killer for 2026. They're launching their mainnet in early 2026 and need people to run IRL events in real life to build their community cult in New York. Berachain, APAC Business Development, they're a high-performance blockchain built on proof of liquidity. So they have a massive Chinese community following, and they need locals to bridge the gap between their meme-heavy culture and institutional partners. I think that's a smart move. Eigen Labs is hiring an engineero. Oh my God, guys, we are really like on one today. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. They're hiring engineering fellowships in 2026. They're the pioneers of restaking using Ethereum to secure other apps. Why are they hiring? To find the next generation of genius engineers who can solve the hardest problems in shared security. Love it. Helios, Solana development specialist. Notice Solana. They're the premier data layer for Solana, and those transactions are so fast that developers need specialized Helios level data feeds to keep their apps from breaking. So if you are a senior data specialist for Solana, check out Helios. Starkware, they're hiring a developer. So they're building Ethereum scaling using zero knowledge proofs, ZK, my friends. They are a unique coding language called Cario. They are, I know I am saying that incorrectly. We're good. We're fine. We're good. They're hiring anyone who can master it to build unhackable apps. Off-Chain Labs is hiring a protocol research. They're the builders behind Arbitrum, the #1 Ethereum L2. So why are they hiring? To research how to make L2 transactions cost literally 0.00001 cents for the mass market use. Layer Zero Labs is hiring DevRel. They are the on-the-chain protocol that lets different chains talk. So they need to teach developers how to move their assets across 50 plus change without getting hacked at the bridge. Spoiler alert, no one is killing Ethereum. I'm not going to disagree with you. We'll just leave that there. Let's talk. Anybody have any questions so far? Happy to dive in a little bit deeper. Okay, so we're on the right track today. We're really doing a great job. Give me like 2 seconds here. I don't know if you guys know this, but I always get so nervous for blockchain brunch. Like, I just don't want to disappoint anybody, and I want to keep the energy high. And I don't know, I love doing it, but I do get nervous. So I'm ready to move on to DeFi and trading, the money side of crypto, where the high salaries and performance bonuses are. So we've got 10 jobs here, 9 jobs here, that I was able to identify. So Wintermute, they're hiring a graduate sales trader. They are a top tier algorithmic market maker, and they're expanding their OTC desk for institutions who want to buy millions in crypto without moving the market price. Ondo Finance is hiring an onboarding specialist. They are tokenizing RWAs like US Treasuries, and they are expanding into new business lines. So they need a specialist to handle the complex legal paperwork for new partners. Greetings to all. Antonio, greetings, my friend. Uniswap, senior front-end engineer. Here we go, Patrick, some of the devs over here. They're the #1 decentralized exchange. So they're looking to build the user interface for their new blockchain, Unichain, to make it as easy as a one-click swap. Aave is hiring a risk manager. So they're the world's largest decentralized bank. They need someone to manage the risk parameters of their 20 billion plus lending pool so it stays solvent even if a token price crashes 90%. Sorry, my nose itches. Oh, Gauntlet, my voice cracked there. Gauntlet is hiring a DeFi business development BDR. They do financial modeling and stress testing for protocols. So every 2026 protocol now needs an audit and risk model to get listed on big exchanges. So Gauntlet is selling that safety. Figure is hiring a principal product designer. They are putting mortgages and home equity lines of credit on the blockchain. So why are they hiring? To make the boring process of getting a mortgage feel like a modern 5-minute tech experience. Athena Labs is hiring a quantitative engineer. So they're the creators of USDE, the synthetic dollar, and they're looking to manage the complex delta neutral trading strategies that back their stable coins. FalconX is hiring a product security engineer. Patrick, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. They're a prime brokerage for institutional crypto traders. Why are they hiring a product security engineer? To protect their systems from state-sponsored hackers as they handle billions in bank money. Superstate is hiring a business development manager. They're building a regulated on-chain investment funds. So they need to sell their tokenized treasury products to traditional hedge fund and family offices. 1inch Network is hiring a backend engineer. They're a DEX aggregator that finds the best trade prices. So they need a backend engineer to maintain their leads as the Google of crypto swaps against no AI-driven competitors. That is what we've got going on for DeFi and trading roles. These salaries tend to be a little bit on the higher end, and their bonus structures tend to be really good. So just a shout out there. Thank you to the 24 people that are in the audience. Always great to be supported by you guys. So thank you for coming, and let's dive into security, legal, and compliance. So the CSI and law and order of crypto, very high stability here. Fireblocks, they're hiring a security and support architect. They just partnered with Thales to help banks use their existing hardware to store crypto. So they need architects to install it. Think of them as like the Fort Knox of the crypto custody for institutions. Certic is hiring a blockchain security expert for the AI track. They're building Skynet, an AI-powered system that monitors 17,000 plus projects for hacks in real time. They're the largest security auditor in the space. Chainalysis is hiring a cyber investigations lead. They are tracking stolen funds for the FBI and global police. They need to help law enforcement stay ahead of the Lazarus Group and other high-level cyber criminals. Criminals, Emily. Criminals. Really? Criminals. Cyber criminals. It's one of those days. It's fine. Everything's fine. TRM is hiring risk intelligence analysts. They're providing risk scores for crypto wallets. So every exchange in 2026 uses TRM to block money from criminals. They need analysts to keep the block lists updated. Elliptic is hiring an AML policy advisor. So they're the compliance AML software. They are looking to help governments write the MiCA, M-I-C-A, I'm probably saying that wrong, 2.0 regulations for the European market. Immunify is hiring a triage engineer. They're a platform where hackers report bugs for bounties. So they need to manage the flood of bug reports and ensure ethical hackers get paid fairly. And I mean, some of those rewards are up to $1 million. Bitwave, the QuickBooks for crypto for enterprises, hiring a data engineer because crypto taxes and accounting are a nightmare. I think we all can agree there. They need engineers to automate the data for thousands of businesses. On that same note, Toku, they're hiring a tax and compliance specialist to expand their services into 100 plus companies as remote work becomes the standard for crypto startups. Now, I want to talk about something really quickly. I want to talk about my post yesterday. A lot of people, there was a lot of feedback on that post. I mean, much discussion. I think there are positives to remote work and there's positives to in-person work. I just want to clarify that my post yesterday was mainly geared towards myself. Which is why I put the word me in the post. So I do think there are positives and negatives to working in person. I do just want to educate the audience here that most of the roles we're seeing are in office. Are we still hiring remotely? Absolutely. But most of the roles we're seeing and working on are in office. Ledger is hiring a commercial legal intern, world's #1 hardware wallet company. They need someone to review global sales contracts as they launch products like Ledger Stacks. Solidius Labs is hiring a financial controller. That's funny. I actually have a controller role open as well. So they detect market manipulation and wash trading. So they're looking for a controller to manage their own rapid growth as regulators demand exchanges to use them to prove their markets aren't rigged. So that's what we got going on over there. Now, something that's kind of gone away, I mean, it hasn't, but it kind of has, is like gaming, but I am seeing an uptick in social and creative. Let's talk about that. Any questions, guys? Any comments? 21 people in the audience. Love it. Thank you guys for the support and that you are here. I hope you're getting some good stuff out of today. But gaming, social, and creative is where the chronically online find their dream jobs. Some of us are chronically online. We love it. Some of us don't. That's fine. Yuga Labs is hiring a creative director. So they're the creators of Bored Ape Yacht Club and Other Side. So they're pivoting into media and entertainment. Think like Web3 Disney. And they need directors to lead their film and game projects. Serotonin, they're looking for a Web3 creative director. They're the top marketing and go-to marketing firm for crypto. They support over 300 clients. And they need designers who can think big and shape the visual language of 2026. Barachain Baddies, community yield strategists. So they're a female-led venture studio and community on Barachain. They need someone to manage their community yield vault and make the DeFi aesthetic, and approachable for non-tech users. Animoca Brands is hiring a game designer. They're a venture capital giant of Web3 gaming. So they need a game designer to build these games that people play because they're fun, not just because they have a token, which I think has been a big challenge in the GameFi industry. Dapper Labs, Flow specifically, is hiring a product manager. They're the creators of NBA Top Shot. They're looking to expand their sports digital collectibles into new markets like cricket and soccer, football. ETH Global, they're hiring a social media manager. So they're the premier organization of crypto hackathons worldwide. They're looking to capture the stories of developers building billion-dollar companies in 48 hours at their events. I'm going to skip that company because I don't believe in them. Mizari is hiring a social media contractor. They're the Bloomberg terminal of crypto data. So they want to help retail investors understand the data that whales use to trade. Let me take a step back. The crypto recruiters, myself, am very passionate about helping people find their dream jobs. And I talk to thousands of people a year. And one of the questions I ask is, well, what are you looking for that your current company can't offer you? And if I hear more than 3 times negative feedback about a company, I don't feel comfortable representing them, right? So I'm looking for companies that have growth opportunities. They're healthy, they're stable, they're well funded. But most importantly, I'm looking for excellent leadership, because you quit a boss, not a job. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to promote a company or share that information that I personally don't believe in, nor would take on as a client. So just going to throw that out there. Speaking of companies I do support, Mizari, helping retail investors understand the data that whales use to trade. Pretty sure I already said that. Grayscale, they're looking for an executive social media manager. So they're the largest crypto asset manager, and they need to manage the public image of their executives as they become the face of crypto on Wall Street. And then Snail Games in the US, they're hiring a business relations manager. So they're a major gaming publisher moving into digital assets. They need to find indie game designers who want to add NFTs to their existing games. That's what we got going on for creative and design and gaming. I've got 4 more that I really like. And these are like the hidden gems, startups and niche. These are smaller teams where you can make a massive impact. So if you are looking for work-life balance, probably wouldn't apply to any of these jobs. Monad is hiring a motion designer. They need visual motion graphics to explain how their tech works in 15-second TikToks. There's TikTok again, guys. I've been talking about TikTok. Crypto TikTok is like really something. I've been working on TikTok for the last couple months. I'm having a lot of fun. There's some really great people. There's also some not really great people, but they do lives as well. There's funny posts. There's educational posts. I'm going to specifically shout out an account called Web3 Glossary. Incredible educational content. He also makes books, and he's got a kids coloring book. I'm not associated with him. I don't get a kickback. I believe in what he does. Puffer Finance is hiring a marketing lead. They are a liquid staking protocol that helps secure Ethereum. So they're looking to stand out in the crowd of Lido and Eigen market. Emily Landon, to stand out in the crowded Lido Eigen market by building a unique community brand. 2 more. We're almost there. Morpho is hiring a product designer. So they're a hyper-efficient peer-to-peer lending protocol. They are looking to make their complex math look like simple, beautiful banking apps. Daylight is hiring a DeFi strategist. So they're a protocol that connects smart home devices to earn crypto. So they want to design the incentives that pay users for saving energy during peak hours. A lot of these roles pay well over 100K. The engineering roles that I'm looking at are paying well over 200K. So there's a lot going on. I really love it. Let me look at some of the comments because we don't get to see what's on YouTube. Big exchanges usually request like 7 years of experience. What do they ask for that marketing role? I'm not 100% sure. I don't have the job description. I can look that up next time. Peter, we talked about the development jobs. No worries. Thank you for the names. You're the best. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. Who's hiring enterprise strategic account executives? So we named a couple. I mean, I feel like everybody's hiring account executives right now. Like sales is the name of the game. So Alchemy, but that's Solana focused. We mentioned them earlier in the live. Grace, no, that's an executive social media manager. So Alchemy is probably the biggest one that I can mention right now. Any other questions, guys? Happy to help her. Oh. Should we do some resume audits? Should we do some LinkedIn profile audits? Should we like help position you and set you up for success in your job hunt? If you are interested in a resume audit, leave a comment, send me your resume. I would like to clarify, guys. So I'm going to put this banner up, and I really appreciate everybody that reaches out and sends me their resume. I am not doing resume audits outside of Blockchain Brunch for free. I would love to, I just don't have the time. So if you want to send me your resume, please do. But unless it is during Blockchain Brunch, I'm not able to audit it for you. But again, I set aside 3 hours a week to bring value to our network, to our people, to everybody, right? Name another recruiter that does this. Name one. I dare you. So what do I mean by that? So we have Blockchain Brunch every Wednesday at 10:30 Central, where we get all you 20 people in a room and go over open jobs for the week that I found and why the companies are hiring and a little bit about what they do. And then twice a week, I have free group calls. What does that mean? That means at the top of my profile, there is a banner. There's a button where you can press book an appointment. It's a free 45 to 1 hour meeting where you can come in and ask direct questions and get actionable advice. If you would like a private one-on-one, happy to provide those, though I'm not offering them for free right now. And again, guys, I'm not trying to sell you something. But I do have a job to do. I do have clients to service. So if you need the extra help, I can give it to you. I can't do everything for free. What are your take? Okay, so we've got some good comments here. Hold on. Diego, go on and do what? What is your take on formatting resumes for specific JDs? Great question. Thank you so much for asking. I think, okay, updating your resume per job is a big pain in the butt. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's not. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It takes a short amount of time. It doesn't. It takes a long time. I think that you need to make sure your resume has the right keywords and reflects the years of experience that they're looking for. So the easiest way, because we want to do this easy, right? Because there's hundreds of jobs out there. The easiest way to do this is the first sentence of your resume. The first sentence of your resume, they're going to read. So people look at your resume in an F format. They look across, they look down, and then they look across. So that first sentence is going to be read. And then if you have bullet points under that first sentence, those are going to be skimmed. Then they're looking at titles, dates of employment, and they're looking at descriptions. So you want the first sentence to say who you are, what you do, how many years of experience you have. That's just the easiest way. Now, something is, there's a lot of people out here that have 10 plus years of experience, right? They put 15 plus years of experience on their resume, 20 plus years of experience on their resume. I would encourage you to bring that number back down to 10. So what I'm about to tell you is not my personal thoughts. This is feedback I've received from hiring managers, right? That's why, this is helpful for so many people is I'm sharing things that I'm hearing from hiring managers. This is not what I'm saying. But one of the sentiments is when you have too much experience, you have bad habits and it's hard to relearn habits. So when you put 20 plus years of experience, the concern is, well, maybe they're a little stuck in their ways. So if you put 10 plus years of experience, you're likely to avoid that assumption, right? Now, guys, keep in mind, I hate to say it. I really do, but I'm going to say it. People are making assumptions about your application based off a piece of paper, right? We all have a story. We all have a career story, but you don't get to tell that story. A piece of paper does it for you. So we have to make sure that we're setting the right impression on our resume because people are making negative assumptions, right? Two things. One, they're not looking for reasons to interview you. They're looking for reasons to disqualify you, right? With 1,000 applicants, they're not saying, oh, let me talk to Joe Schmo and see what's going on. They want to talk to Joe Schmo, Jane Doe, and John Doe that have exactly what they're looking for. So that's number one. Number two, and I think we all can agree on this, psychology-wise, our brain just automatically leans towards the negative. That's just how our brain works. If you're going to tell me that you live on silver linings and you're positive about every single thing, I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. We all make negative assumptions. So you've got to think of it like that. They're also making negative assumptions. You've got short stints on your resume. It's not, oh, I wonder if he was laid off. Oh, I wonder if the company shut down. It's what happened to this person and what did they do that they haven't been able to keep a job for more than 6 months, right? That's unfortunately just where we are at, right? People are making assumptions based off the resume. So you have to really paint that picture. Something that's important and also adds those tricky keywords is putting a sentence about what the company does underneath your job title. So think of it like this. There are plenty of recruiters that work in crypto that know nothing about crypto. Nothing. I also see a bunch of recruiting firms pop up where they have no experience in recruiting and they're a recruiting firm and then I don't get it. But all I'm saying is if a recruiter is living under a rock and they've never heard of Coinbase, they're going to have to go on your resume, click on your LinkedIn link, one click. Scroll down and click on the logo for Coinbase, 2 clicks. Click on the About section and then read what Coinbase does. That's 3 clicks. You're eliminating 3 steps by just putting a sentence about what the company does. And again, people are making fast decisions. They are moving very quickly. You get 3 to 30 seconds to make an impression off a resume. So my philosophy and what my hiring managers like to see is as much information as possible. Now, if you are looking for a job, which I'm assuming a lot of us are, it is always easiest to find a job that at a company that's doing something similar to what you're already doing, right? You don't need ramp up time. You already understand the business. So if you can educate the reader, hey, you may not have heard of this company before, but I'm doing the exact same thing that you're doing, you are more likely to get an interview for that job. Alec, I hope that was helpful, my friend. That is, also just quick pro tip. Don't go below a size 10 font on your resume, except for that sentence about what the company does. You can make that font size 9 and italic, so that way it stands out, but you never want to go below a 10 size font. What do I mean by that? I mean, as myself, when I'm looking at resumes for 8 hours a day and I'm pressing the button to go to the next resume, my eyes are literally on fire. And when you have teeny tiny little itty bitty fonts, it's just like, oh my gosh. So make sure that your font size is not below a 10. Pro tip, make it easy, right? If you want something, make it as convenient as possible for that person to give it to you. If you want someone to look at your resume, make it legible. Just a thought. Do you think it is necessary to embed the LinkedIn link on the document? Great question. So you could do 2 things here. One, yes, you can hyperlink the word LinkedIn. I think that looks the cleanest. However, we are in crypto. People don't click on links. So sometimes it's beneficial just to leave the whole link so they can copy and paste that bad boy. I will tell you, I have an incredible security system on my computer. So I just click on the LinkedIn link. I look at it first, you know how you can hover on it and look at it first, and then I click on it. I personally have yet to have anything happen. I was invited by a client to a Zoom call. And when I clicked on the Zoom link, it tried to download something on my computer, quickly exited out of that. But I think, for the most part, these HR people and recruiting people that you're working with aren't really crypto natives. They're going to click on the link. I hope that's helpful. I feel bad saying that, but it's true. Any other questions from you guys? Wow, we covered a lot in 30 minutes. A lot. Emily is the GOAT. Thank you so much, Ian. I always appreciate you being here and your support. If you have any feedback regarding Blockchain Brunch and what you'd like to see and what you'd like to see less of, let me know. This is your guys' time. But again, you're always welcome to book a free call. I do it twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays, literally Wednesday right after Blockchain Brunch. The energy is already high, so we might as well just continue. But then we run into these lulls where I'm like, oh my God, I need more coffee. If nobody has any other questions, I'm totally fine to wrap up early. If you guys are all good. Let me just check Telegram to make sure nobody sent me their resume. Okay, that's a weird message. Hold on one second. Or if you want to send me a resume in a chat on LinkedIn, you're welcome to do that as well. Otherwise, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to get that done. Is it true recruiters now look more results achieved rather than titles or roles in the past? That's a wonderful question. I would say yes or no. It depends on the recruiter. So if you're talking about an internal recruiter, a recruiter that works directly for a company and only supports that company, they are looking more results and then titles. Bellagio, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing your name. There's a banner at the video at the Crypto Recruiter on Telegram. Oh, we've got some good questions here. Okay, beautiful. So going back to this, internal recruiter, they're looking more heavily at results. External recruiters like myself, I hate to admit it, we're looking first at titles, then at descriptions, then at results. But I think it's really important to highlight your results within your resume. So you can have your bullet points should really be your metrics, your numbers, not just what you've done, but what you've accomplished. I'm still looking at those details, but as an external recruiter, my clients are looking for the perfect person. John, got your note. Can you please text me that I have your permission to share your resume on screen? I just need to make sure if I'm screen sharing, we've got 30 people in the room. I don't want to give anything away. So I just need your permission, written permission to share your resume. External recruiters, they're being used by our clients to find the perfect person. So if you are not the perfect person for the job, my hands are kind of tied, right? That's why they're investing into our service. So a lot of time that person has very similar job titles, has come from similar companies, and has a lot of longevity in their profile. Yeah, that's kind of where we sit. All right, I've got a couple Telegram DMs here. Guys, just a reminder, got to give me that permission. How would you handle notating contracts that are all short-term? If they were successful contracts, very last sentence, I would do completion of successful contract, transition to next contract. You can literally repeat that sentence. During downturns in the crypto market, when mass layoffs happen, what is your advice for people who want to stay in the industry but struggle to find work? Excellent question. So one, we all need a job for the most part, right? We all have mortgages to pay. We've all got rent. We've all got bills. We all need food. So I think that if you are we got this. If you are in immediate need of a job, it is okay to exit the space and take a role while continuing your search. I think your biggest advocate here is networking. And I feel like people say that all the time, network, but seriously, you need to start meeting people. You need to get your story out there. But again, it's not necessarily about what you need. It's about what the company needs, right? The company is giving you money to do X, Y, and Z. So if you can identify pain points, if you can identify where you bring value and why that company should hire you versus somebody else, you're more likely to get the job. So I want everybody to kind of think about this for a second. I'm going to turn the banner off. Hold on. I need everybody to think about this for a second. You are a hiring manager. You are doing your job and managing a team of 7, but it should be a team of 8. So now you're managing a team of 7, doing your job and the job of the person on 8, and you're doing recruiting. You post the job and you are so excited because all your problems are about to be solved. You're about to hire the person that's going to take 40 hours off your plate, 40 hours worth of stress. They are so inundated with candidates after the first hour of posting that job. And the problem is everybody's reaching out. I'm interested. I want to meet. I would be great. Me. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's like, okay, great. You and 50 other people want the job, but how do you solve my problems is really where they're coming from. And again, they're coming from a place of mental exhaustion. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the mass amounts of reach out. On that note, there are a lot of companies that provide their employees with bonuses if they make an employment referral and that person gets hired and stays for X period of time. So don't just target the hiring managers, target future peers, future colleagues. I'm going to check Telegram. Un momento. Maybe don't show page 2, which has the blah, blah part. John, let me take a quick peek at the resume before I share. Okay, if I zoom in, it doesn't show that. And I also can show without your contact information. John, I'm waiting for you to finish typing. And then Quill, if you could give me permission to share your resume on screen, that would be great. You have my permission? Okay, beautiful, wonderful, love it. All right, hold on one second, John. Share the screen. Been doing this for years. You think I would know how to do it? Tab. Share. Add to screen. Hello. All right, John. Former fixed income portfolio manager, capitalized fixed income portfolio manager. These are titles in AI, machine learning. Leader or engineer? Leader is like, so leadership, yes, we need leaders, we need managers, et cetera, et cetera. But this also sends the signal that you're not in the weeds. So just take that in consideration. Led the launch of several new financial entities that incorporated new technologies or quantitative processes. Love it. Hold on, am I getting, okay, no, we're good. We don't want to use the word I in a resume. We've got some formatting challenges here. So what I want you to do is I want you to take this down a font size and make it italic so it really stands out that it's a sentence about the company and not like a description. We've got some formatting issues with our dates on the right. But what I do like, and this is very important for everybody, he has been at this company since 2022. And he's moved up in his career. So next to the company name, you want to have your dates. Next to the job title, you want to have the dates when you were in that job. You can take off locations. It doesn't really matter. I think it clutters up your resume. So you can definitely put first hire to lead the launch, first hire and led the launch of a new institutional asset manager responsible for all aspects of the firm's success. I think you can cut that and just responsible for business development, portfolio management, legal compliance strategy, and partner relationships. But here's what I love, the key accomplishments, right? One of the things I would do is bold things throughout your resume, right? You want them to see what you want them to see. Make sure this information stands out. Vanguard, assets, 2018. So one of the things people are going to ask for is months and dates, months and years, right? So you may want to throw those on there. I don't think this is a bad resume. I think it needs some formatting issues. I think we need to adjust the format font size here. Bold things throughout the resumes. I just wish there was more here. Like, who were you selling to? How many clients? I don't think this is a bad resume though, whatsoever. It's clean, it's crisp, it's clear. So one of the things you want to stay away from, guys, is like crazy designed resumes, unless you're in a design capacity, right? If you're a visual designer, spice it up a little bit. But for the most part, you want that clear, crisp resume that's easy to scan. So I think that was good. Bum, bum, bum. All right, getting some more resumes. Let's go. John, I hope that was helpful. Okay, Alec, thank you. Pop this open, my friend. All right, so good. We've got some stuff we can share here. Hold on. Why is this so difficult? Alec, my friend, thank you so much for always coming. I appreciate it. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Let me just see how that looks. Beautiful. So the one thing I'm noticing is a lot of white space on your resume. You can just condense this. I would love to see your LinkedIn profile here. Because that way I can just easily click on it. I have clients that don't even look at the resume. They just go right to LinkedIn. And you want to make sure that everything that's on your resume is on your LinkedIn profile. Product marketing strategy leader operating at the intersection of crypto, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so 10 plus years. You've got who you are, what industry you're in, and how long you've been doing it. Fluent in partnerships deeply. So like this, we're skimming. You can break this out into bullet points, kind of like you did core capabilities, so it stands out a little bit. This is good. Current. Help translate frontier AI capabilities into intuitive product experiences, reducing onboard. So interesting. 35% bold this. I need like more layman's terms about what this means, right? Product experiences. So here's what I want you to do, Alec. Do you have a niece, a nephew, a kid, a friend that's maybe in their early 20s? I want you to take this resume to them and say, hey, based off these words, do you understand what I do? Because I can tell you likely they're not going to understand. And this is just like right here, right? You are the liaison communicating technical requirements to non-technical people. But some people aren't going to understand or be able to translate that. Now, you could do two things, Alec. This is a very high level resume. I really enjoy this resume, but you should have a more simplified resume for those people that just got jobs as recruiters and they're making $15 an hour to flip through resumes all day, right? These guys are not trained. So we need to make it easy for them to understand where you bring the value. And then, you know how before the interview you get a calendar invite? I want you to reply to that calendar invite and send a pre-thank you note. This is the, hey, Mary, been doing a lot of research on Epic Loot Labs. Really excited for our call tomorrow at 1 p.m. Congratulations on insert thing I saw on Google here. Wanted to provide an updated copy of my resume, and this is where you send the high-level resume, which is more this. So let's work a little bit on the spacing. IOHK. Head of agency and talent. Spacing right here, my friend. I love that you don't have dates of education on your profile because that would date you. That would tell people how old you are, and they're going to use that to gauge, like, you know, what should we pay Alec? What is he worth? Et cetera, et cetera. So that's a good resume. All right, couple questions. What is the best way to approach networking when offering ourselves professionally to a professional boss or colleague to handle our offer to their boss for consideration? Great question. So you always want to start off conversational, right? First, send the connection request without a note. When you send the note, you're giving them your ask. So you're saying, hey, I know you haven't looked at my profile, but here's what I want. People don't respond to that. So don't send a note. Make sure your profile is polished, it's attractive, it's interesting. That's what you want to do. You want to have an interesting profile. And then when you connect with someone, wait a day. And then send them a message. Hey, thanks for connecting. Flattery will get you everywhere. But you can say things like, do you think my experience with X, Y, and Z would bring value to your team? Notice the open role on LinkedIn. Notice the open role on your website. Have you filled the job yet? Right? You can be direct, but you don't want to be like, I'm interested in this job that I saw, because what if it's closed? So ask that question. Is it still open? Also, you can write an email, but you like very targeted why you're a fit for the job and that you understand why the job is open and what pain point they're looking to solve. Patrick, for a developer that's done mostly private contract work and they can't show proof of work, what is the next best way to show skills, portfolio, open source? Yes, all of that. But also, it's okay to have stealth mode, confidential project on your resume. And you can have a section, confidential projects, and kind of describe what you're doing. Absolutely acceptable. As a Web3 developer, which approach should I apply for find remote jobs? Google job alerts. You've got LinkedIn job alerts. Have a resume ready to go. Lynn, I have no crypto experience, but have taken a couple courses from Chainalysis. How can I get into the crypto market? I'm open for intern work or volunteer to start. Kindly advise. Thank you, Lynn. Wonderful. I'm so glad to see that you're being proactive. So let's think about this. I get 500 resumes per job, and there's not one that's a perfect fit, but I need somebody. So if I'm looking at 2 resumes, one of them has a crypto certification and the other does not, who do you think I'm calling first? It shows that you're proactive. It shows that you're interested. It shows that you're educated. My favorite certification is the Certified Bitcoin Professional and the Certified Ethereum Professional by C4 Crypto Consortium. I'm not affiliated with this company. If you reach out and say, Emily, told me about you guys, they will give you a discount. I don't get a kickback from this, but I've made the connection so that way, it's easier for you guys. The course itself is free. You just have to pay for the certification. So the certifications are great. Absolutely reach out to companies and say, hey, are you entertaining interns? Hey, do you need someone to do this? Right? I'm looking to get my foot in the door. If you're a really junior person, it's okay to reach out to someone that you admire and say, hey, I would love for my resume to look like yours one day. Are you taking on mentees? Are you entertaining new interns? I think that's a great way to get a foot in the door. Absolutely perfect way. Diego, you can send your CV to @thecryptorecruiter, but I've got 9 minutes. And can I just be honest with you guys? I'm feeling a little tired. Is that okay to admit? Is that okay to say? We've done some good resumes, given some good advice. Does anybody? Yeah, I'm crashing a little bit. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be sharing personal things, but I'm getting a little tired. So come back next week to Blockchain Brunch, 10:30 Central. If you need more one-on-one support for free, you are welcome to join one of my group calls. We get anywhere between 5 to 8 people in the room. 10 people sign up. Not always 10 people show up, which kind of drives me nuts. Don't sign up if you don't want to show up. But you're more than welcome to join the free call. If you're looking for something private, you need a one-on-one, absolutely something I can do. I'm not offering them for free, but again, free resources, Blockchain Brunch, group calls. I'm here to help you. So if you need me, you know where to find me, guys. Happy to help, genuinely, but I also have a job to do. Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you so much, Hollow. Yeah, I'm crashing a little bit. I'm tired. For everybody that doesn't know, this is Mark. She's always here. I know you guys saw her on my recent video. Final thing, and then I will let you all go. Shout out to ErgoQuest, the innovation of workstations. I've been working with ErgoQuest for about 2 years. I'm not an influencer for them. I'm not affiliated with them. I just really believe in them. So if you're looking for comfort, to not experience pain, to just be in the zone, reach out to ErgoQuest. They're fantastic. All right, my friends, wonderful to see you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming. I hope this was helpful. If it's not, please give me feedback so I can bring the right value to you. I will see you later.